Hello. Welcome to Sprints. We're doing some reading sprints today with the Fantaseries Book Club. You're on my channel. This is Let Me in the Library, and I'm Rachel. And we have two people that are live with us now. We should be joined by two others a little bit later in the day. But we're here to basically read for the Fantaseries Book Club. Our most recent pick being the Broken Earth trilogy. So, do you guys want to go around and? Oh man, look at that! There it is. It's beautiful. I have the whole bind up. I still need to unwrap.
Oh, I downloaded this from the library 10 minutes ago when I got the notification on YouTube and was like, oh, I'm supposed to be somewhere doing something.
I have a thing I'm supposed to do.
I had to look at this in the box because I was moving, so I had to open some boxes. But I found it.
Man. Vish did the most work. I just looked somewhere on my bookshelf and was like, I'm pretty sure it's there. I'll just pull that out from somewhere. But yeah, this is one of those series that everybody has, but very few people I feel like have fully read. So that's kind of why we ended up where we are. But also, do you guys want to introduce yourselves too before I keep talking?
Sure. Hello, I'm Vish from Channel Books and Food. I read fantasy series all the time, so here I am. Also, I apologize if it's going to be a bit noisy because in the middle of moving, I have family visiting and the house is full. So if there's any noise, I apologize.
It's all good.
It's all good. Hi guys, my name is Jess. My channel is Books Past Bedtime. And that's all I have to say.
Now we know. We have our first comment. Hello, everybody. Hello, cool gamer. Thanks for joining. What are you guys' experience with this series in general? Have you guys read any of the books or had any interest in reading the books, and now this is your first time trying it, or was this a prior DNF or anything like that?
So for me, I have not read any of it. It was not, I didn't own it, obviously. I'm not really a fantasy reader unless it has romance in it. So this really wasn't, I mean, I heard people talk about it and heard it was good, but it wasn't necessarily on my TBR. So, but I'm excited to read it with everyone.
It's a positive attitude.
Yeah.
I went, Jess, we have to read this. And you went, okay, fine.
When you were saying Broken Earth trilogy, I didn't even know that I knew what the 5th season was, but I had no idea that was what the series was called. So that's how much I know about this book.
I haven't read the series before, but I have read her other series. I know I've read the the Dream Blood duology, which I didn't like.
Yeah, you didn't like it at all?
No, I didn't like it at all. The first book was horrendous, but the second book had a romance, and I clinged on to that romance, and I was invested. But that was pretty much it. And then I DNF The City We Became. But I like her writing style. It's just the plots that she had I didn't like. So hopefully with this one, because I've heard so many good things. Yeah. So hopefully this series is a hit than her other ones.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard a lot of good things about the 5th season and mixed things about The City We Became.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know a lot of people love The City We Became, and then some people are like me where I just did not get why it was really hyped, for multiple reasons. And that was pretty much my only experience with N.K. Jemisin so far. It just wasn't really my vibe for that book. And I read the whole thing, but I feel like I blacked out near the end where people can you believe this happened? I'm like, I don't remember that at all. I just don't even remember the end of the book anymore. But the 5th season people say is very different from City We Became, at least. I think in terms of the story, and also probably somewhat in terms of writing, because I know that this is in second person. So it says you did this and you do that. And I think that's pretty unique for a book like that to also be at the top of bestsellers lists for many years. So I'm definitely excited to give it a try, at least. Katie said, "Hello, I'm emotionally recovering from finishing the Dragon Republic a couple hours ago." Jeez, oh my gosh. Well, welcome. We've all been there. Yeah. What happened? I'm trying to remember what happened at the very end of Dragon Republic. Obviously, don't
I
have to
have
spoil
no
it,
idea.
but oh, hey, have
I've
you not read
only
the Puppy
read
War?
Puppy War. I've
Oh,
read the
okay.
Puppy War, but I haven't continued yet. But I need to reread the Puppy War to continue. So.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I remember exactly what happens at the end of the Dragon Republic. Actually, I do remember this. Oh man, my condolences. Yep, a literal backstab. That's all I'll say. Yeah. Yep. What a time. Yeah. I do like those books a lot. I do think that the Poppy War is my favorite of the trilogy.
Okay.
I really love the Poppy War, and I feel like it also can act as a standalone if you want, because it just is really good. And I think when we read the Poppy War for book club for Fantaseries, it was like similar that like everybody really loved the Poppy War, and then things were like we were still invested in it, but it kind of like dropped a little bit in rating as the book went on for certain reasons. But yeah, another not well, there was a romance in that one, Jess, I guess.
Kind of. I loved the Poppy War, the first book, but yeah, it definitely went downhill for me as the books progressed.
Yeah. But I know, yeah, like some people love like the golden, oh my god, the burning god. It's in gold font for me.
I haven't heard anyone love that one. I've heard people love the Dragon Republic, but
yeah, I've heard mixed things about Burning God.
Yeah,
I've heard mixed things, but I also know some people who like love it more than the other two. And I don't know.
Are they okay?
They like pain. Maybe that's why.
Apparently.
I'm not currently reading, although I wish I was. I'm doing work for my summer classes. Oh man. What summer classes are you doing, Riley? That's a rough time, but hopefully we can provide a little comfort during these sprints.
I have to say I'm glad I never have to take another class again in my life.
Yeah. It's a relief, I will say. Yeah, but hopefully we can at least do some nice sprints, give you some time to work on stuff. In terms of sprint time, how are we feeling? Do we want to do like longer ones, shorter ones? I personally have a little bit of dinner to eat, so I'm okay with like a longer one.
Okay.
Sure,
I'm
that's fine.
a little tired, so I'm not going to be able to focus for super long.
So. Okay, do you want to do like 30-minute sprints or so?
Yeah, 30 to 45 minutes is fine if you want to do
like
45. I'm just not I don't think I can hang on for an hour.
Oh, okay, that's totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I can
either. I'm doing a criminal justice class and then a gender studies class. I'm having fun, but the workload is making reading not possible.
This sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like those are like cool sounding classes in terms of topic, but I remember when I was doing any kind of classes and I also had to read for fun, I could maybe read like one book over the course of the whole semester. So bless you, and I hope that the classes are as fun as they sound. Okay. I haven't done sprints in so long, so I forgot to open up the timer page, but I'm gonna open up the tomato timer. It's just I googled tomato. Tomato timer. Okay. So I guess let's do like a 35-minute one, maybe? We'll just like be somewhere in the middle.
This is off topic, but it literally just connected in my head why the tomato timer is a thing, because like tomatoes make pomodoro sauce and pomodoro method.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow. I didn't know that pomodoro sauce. What?
Yeah, like pomodoro sauce is like red sauce.
Oh wow, sauce. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good.
I've just made this connection. I'm glad I could help you as well.
Sweet. Right. Okay. I'm gonna share out the tomato page.
Okay. Share the sauce.
Share the sauce. Can you guys see okay? The big tomato guy? All right. Ignore Squarespace. Not sponsored. All right. All right. 35 minutes. And oh, we have some more revelations in the chat. Whoa! I never noticed that. I love that we can bring the revelations to the group. This is great.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
All right, so we'll read for 35-ish minutes, and we'll see you guys after that. The sprint is over. Oh man, it went by so fast. How did everybody do? Did I lose my bookmark? No, I still have it.
I got to page 22. It's not that far, but.
What did you say, 22? On my Kindle, I'm on page 41. I'm almost finished with chapter 2, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I'm on page 5.
I read the first, the prologue, and I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. And so I downloaded the audiobook, and that's why I read a little bit faster because I was listening to it.
Yeah. I'm listening to the audiobook too, but I'm listening to it slower just to understand whatever that's being said.
I was considering doing that because it's very, very flowery language for a lot of this. At least this part that I'm in right now.
Very interesting.
So I like it, but it's it takes some getting used to actually read through the whole page and go what? Where is this? And then have to reread it and go I missed a comma. Okay, I get.
Yeah, it's almost like one of those movies that starts out looking at the world, and then it just is zooming in closer and closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
That's
I like that analogy. Let me see. Where is chapter 2? Oh, here's chapter 2. Okay. So page 24 ends chapter 1, and then chapter 2
so close
ends around page 41. So you're pretty close to a good little chunk of the book.
How many pages total is your book?
Oh, to be fair, this looks like a different kind of copy.
Mine's 568.
Okay, my Kindle copy is 466. So
mine, without the acknowledgments or the appendix. Oh wait, the appendix is kind of long. I think it's 449 for me.
Okay.
Without that stuff, so
not too different.
Yeah, I guess if you include acknowledgments and the appendix, then it's probably just about 468. So,
okay, then that's
you and I have the same copy.
My Kindle.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think this is probably from Book Depository.
Okay.
I think because it's it feels like a smaller little guy.
Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, it's a UK paperback. There's no give.
Yeah, it's just.
Yep.
No flop.
No flop. Anybody in the chat reading along with us? I'm curious how far other people got if you're reading Broken Earth or something else. What you're up to, how your progress went. We have an A in the chat. Hello. Hello, Nikki. Read 1.5 chapters of Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Very much needing the happy vibes right now before diving back into a big fantasy. What is Half a Soul? Is that a romance book?
Yeah, it's kind of like a fantasy historical romance. It's a fae romance, but set in a historical kind of England vibe, I think.
Oh,
interesting.
Regency. That's the word I was looking for. Regency.
Regency. That's what
that's fantasy romance.
Cool. That seems like a fun one. Basically, Bridgerton with Faye.
Yeah, I'm actually currently reading Jade Legacy. I've been reading it for a month now.
Oh my gosh.
I still haven't finished it just because I've been moving and everything's hectic. I have
that's another one that was painful to finish.
I know. I have 200 pages left and I'm procrastinating.
Is that the last one?
Yeah. Legacies, the blue one.
The one I did not finish.
What? Why not?
I didn't like the series at all. I kind of hated it.
Oh. No, that's fair. It's very political.
I just
not a lot of people like that.
Said no thanks.
Yeah. It was a note from Jess. I think you gave the first book 2 stars or something.
Yeah. Maybe 2, 2.5, and then I liked the second book even less, and then the third book I was like, I don't care about any of these people. They're making bad decisions, and it's annoying. So I just stopped reading it.
Self-care. You gotta.
There was just nothing in that book that made it worth reading for me.
It didn't appeal to you. I read Fifth Season in like 2019 though, and I loved it. Oh, okay. Well,
that's nice.
That's a good sign. Yeah. Attempting to finish up updating a book on Storygraph. Put on music because it was quiet, and then got distracted by the Rise of the Pink Ladies soundtrack. Yeah, I need to update my Storygraph. I'm kind of behind on mine.
I've been so bad about updating. Like, I've only used Goodreads right now, but like I haven't been writing reviews this year, and I'm like kind of regretting it, but at the same time I don't feel like writing reviews, so
yeah, I feel like the last few months all my reviews are just like emojis or like 2 lines of text, and that's it. I'm like,
no one cares about this.
Every time I look back at my reviews, I'm like, did I like this? I can't even tell based on my review. I don't even know anymore. I think I rated every book in the Broken Earth trilogy 5 stars. I have heard so many people like love it in the sense that like, you know, it's consistently good the whole way through. So I'm really excited for that. I hope that that's the case. I hope it's one that Jess doesn't dislike. I hope that we can all make it through the series.
I hope so too. There's a couple. I don't hate everything.
I love not being the person on the show that's known for hating everything. Like, for once.
I loved The Diviners.
That's true. The Diviners was really good.
That's more my speed when it comes to fantasy.
And we loved The Cruel Prince, obviously.
Oh yeah, obviously.
That's 2 for like 5 so far, I think. What did we read? We did The Cruel Prince. We did the what's the series like the duology called? Well, no, we did the oh my god, what are they called? The one with like the Huntress and the Prince of Darkness guy.
We Hunt the Dawn or something.
Oh, We Hunt the Flame and We Free the Stars. I don't remember what the duology was called. But
I don't remember either.
We read that. Then I think after that we read The Poppy War.
Yeah. And then I think
No, I think we read The Bridge Kingdom.
Oh, you're right. We did Bridge Kingdom.
Then Poppy War.
Poppy War. Because we did that like into January and February of the next year.
And then
we did Jade.
Oh, Jade Legacy and then The Diviners.
Yeah. So we did all the Jade City books, then we did the Diviners. And now we're here. I think wait, no, we just did the Books of Amba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're here. Yeah. So 2 for 6 or 7 or something.
That's why I'm here, to provide the anti-fantasy viewpoint.
Joined a fantasy book club to tell everybody, not a big fantasy person.
No, I love fantasy. I just don't like the fantasy we read.
Some of the most classic fantasy. How did you feel about Bridge Kingdom? I forget.
I didn't like it.
Okay. Well, there we go.
It's like I just all of the fantasy I read like has gay characters in it and has romance, and we haven't read any like that, so I don't like them. And the ones we had, like I like that, but
every time they show up in the poll, they're like number 3 or
for them,
so we don't get to read them.
That's okay, guys. It's just your fault.
It's just everybody who votes in the poll, including me. Everybody's fault. Dang. I have 4 books that I finished months ago that I never finished logging, and there was one from January that I just logged. It's good like to catch up with it because then I feel like there's a little like relief.
I try and do it every couple of weeks, or else I will just forget when I read a book.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, me seeing this now, I'm like, all right, I know what I'm doing at the beginning of next sprint, and then I'll probably read like 5 more pages again. Hopefully, I will read way more than that. We'll see. Hoping to pick pick this up next month. My TBR was packed this month. Ooh, what were some favorite like books of the month for all you readers out there? I remember when I was you. What were some faves of the month?
I remember when they used to let me in the library.
I remember back then. Now they won't let me in the library.
Library card revoked.
Revoked. Jess, what are some of your favorite fantasy books?
I just recently read my very favorite book of the year, which was In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune.
Oh, awesome.
And it was actually kind of sci-fi. I think it's but it's like also fantasy sci-fi. I don't know. It was like fantasy but had robots in it, so
oh, that's cute.
It's a fun kind of fantasy.
But it was the funniest, cutest, most well-written book ever, and it made me cry, and it's my favorite book of the year, and it's May. Oh my gosh, Katie understands. Yes.
Oh my god.
Literally so good. I loved it so much.
Okay. I guess I will add it to TBR and check it out.
Yes.
Nurse Ratched.
So funny.
Was absolutely so I assume this is a character from the book and not a different
one
book.
of the robots in the book.
Oh, okay.
That book, it was just so funny. Like I was just like laughing out loud at the book the whole time. It was great. I would recommend.
10 out of 10. What about you, Vish? What's like a top fantasy book for you?
Well, the Greenbone Saga. I haven't even finished it, but I know. And of course, the David Bond trilogy.
Thank you. Oh my god, it's so good. Top, like when I was like our turn to like pick, because usually we'll kind of like cycle through Fantaseries, we sort of can like, you know, offer a choice to the people and then everybody gets to vote from there. Part of me was like, do I really just want to like reread Daevabad and like make everybody read it with me for 6 months? Because I could do that. That would be fine. But then I figured like, let me do something different. But it's so good. It is so good.
It's so good.
I love Daevabad. It's so fun. I missed this comment. Love a queer fan row. What is a fan row?
Fantasy romance.
Oh, fantasy romance. Oh my god.
One of my favorites from last year was A Strange and Stubborn Endurance by Foz Meadows.
I've heard very good things about that one.
Oh my god, I loved it. It was so good. A little bit of a trigger warning at the beginning for assault, so just beware if you're reading that on my recommendation, but like it was amazing. It was so good.
I'm gonna look this up. Wait, I just opened the wrong app. What is it called again? A Strange
and Stubborn Endurance.
Stubborn.
Oh god, it's just the sun is just getting brighter.
Oh, this one.
Yes, that one.
Oh, okay.
It's a good cover.
I will add to TBR. I haven't read Jade Legacy yet, but agree with Greenbone being one of my all-time favorite series. I need to pick up Daevabad soon. I am ashamed to say I've never read it. I mean, it's really good. It's really, really, really good. I don't know if I would necessarily say like if you like Jade Legacy, then you will definitely love, or like Greenbone Saga, you will definitely love Daevabad. But I feel like they both have like a good element of, they have a good element of like politics and stuff in them. So
yeah,
I feel like that's very good. Maybe it's good I didn't make Jess read that. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she would. I didn't like. It was the characters that I didn't like. And when I can't root for a character, then there's nothing in the book for me.
It's blasphemy.
I'm sorry.
This is where we all come together where we're like, it's your opinion and I respect it, but also you're wrong.
I know. I don't want to keep offending you guys, so we should just move on probably from the conversation.
Everybody in the comments so far has just been like, Greenbone Saga is good, and we're like, yeah, thanks for bringing it up again. Let's talk about that. It's so good. Oh my gosh. I finished the second Rebel. Ooh, oh my god. This is the second one for the first sister, which I've been dying to read. Second in a sci-fi space opera trilogy. Oh yeah. I forget what the third one's called, but I do remember the trilogy. Cried, loved it. Also just finished Hell Followed with Us and also loved it. I've been meaning to read Hell Followed with Us. It looks so fun. And it looks like such a cool cover also for that one. I love Shay with my whole being. Thank you. I will love her
That's
for the
my unpopular opinion. I'm not
I'm
a
happy
fan of
for you.
Shay. I'm not a fan of Shay, but fine. That's your cool.
Who was that girl that I thought was like evil the whole trilogy? I forget what her name
No.
is.
Was it
I don't
Wen?
remember anyone's name.
Yeah, I thought Wen was evil like the whole trilogy until like the third book or something, and I was like, all right, you're fine.
She's my
I feel like
favorite.
she was the only one that I liked.
Yeah.
Who was?
Wen's my favorite.
Wait, who was Jess?
Wen?
Wen.
No, Wen was your favorite too?
I think so.
Why?
I don't remember liking anyone else other than her. I just thought she was interesting, and I felt bad for her because
Oh my
what's his
God.
face just treated her like shit.
The
She was
golden
like,
boy
"I'm
everybody
sorry."
loves.
Yeah, the one that I hate. I hated him most of all out of everyone.
Hilo?
Yeah.
You hated Hilo. Yeah, no,
So
that's
bad. I
fair.
hated him so much.
That's fair. Hilo is gonna be Hilo,
He's so
but I love him.
Hilo. This is
For me,
literally
it's
like
like
the end of
Dara.
Wizard
You
of
know what I
Oz,
mean?
and you're like, Hilo, I think I've hated you most of all. So
Hilo is like Dara for me. We have a love-hate relationship. So
oh my God. Amazing. Oh, I clicked this one already. It was Wen. You are right. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Rachel, I feel like you should start a podcast.
With this, I definitely
Yeah.
should.
I mean, you have the microphone already.
It is
yeah.
the only way I can get you to hear me, so I have no choice but to start a podcast. I will cast my pod to the world. Yeah. I will also eventually release a video to the world. You know.
I
creative
had
endeavors.
filmed some stuff for my June comeback, and I remembered one of the reasons why I stopped making videos was that my freaking computer doesn't run iMovie anymore. Like, it's so slow. Like, I'm trying to like cut things and then scroll, and it's like loading and buffering. And
Oh, that's annoying.
so I I edited like 10 minutes of my video, and then I ordered a new computer.
Oh my God.
So that's coming in a week. I'm excited about that, but
That's exciting.
Yeah. I don't know when I'll be posting a video. I'm living out of my suitcase, so we'll see.
Wait, where are you moving to, Bish?
I'm moving to Melbourne in like a couple of weeks, so I'm just bunking it at my mom's place at the moment.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I feel like in the middle of a move is not the time to make that move, but no, we're all just holding on. I had the same problem as you, Jess, where like things would not edit correctly anymore. Cause like I would try to edit on my phone, and I had an app that worked like well for me for so long, and then all of a sudden it just started being very like buggy, and it would either like crash and I would lose my work, or it would like cut it in a weird way. So I would try to like play it back, and every time I played it back, it like the end of the clip was different every single time.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really feel like I finished editing the video and I could just post it, and that was the best part of like editing off your phone is like you could do all the color correction or anything, cut all the clips, add in your overlays, add in your music or whatever, and then you could just like download it and directly upload to YouTube. And I was like, this is so easy and fast. But I was also using like Premiere Elements on my computer, which is like the super old version. And eventually my old computer just fully stopped being able to do stuff. So I ordered the computer I'm on now. I don't need to have a webcam anymore that I have to like attach onto my computer. And it's just like it's such an upgrade, and I can actually edit stuff on here again. So
yeah,
it is so nice.
I know. Yeah. And I got Final Cut Pro on my new computer too, so I'm excited.
Ooh, that's very nice.
I've been using it's way better than iMovie. It's really good.
I've wanted it I've been thinking about getting a new computer for like 2 years, and this was my last straw. I was like, okay.
That's it. I've been
it's
using
like 8 years, so it's time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Definitely.
I was using DaVinci Resolve to edit stuff on this computer, which I think has been working pretty well. And you can kind of say like, I'm used to Premiere Pro or like iMovie or like whatever it is. And it's also free, so that's a plus for me.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Final Cut too, because I've spent so long in iMovie that I figured it would be an easier transition to that than like getting Premiere Pro or something.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that.
Yeah, I used Premiere Pro and it took me more time to edit than usual. It's just the flow, it doesn't work.
Yeah, like if you don't know how to use it, it just like feels like even if you do know how to use it, it's so complicated. So
yeah,
I don't know. Gotta learn all those keystrokes and then just like leave out like 95% of the features and just like click edit and export. It's crazy. Also, a heavy warning for gore and body horror in Hell Followed With Us. I love the characters though. Want to get a paperback so I can annotate it. Ooh. Well, thank you for the heads up. And also, yeah, I feel like that's a good sign when you know it's a good book is when you're going to annotate it. Are either of you planning to annotate fifth season? I know Christine annotated hers a lot.
Well, I have mine on the Kindle, so I can like highlight stuff, but I probably won't.
Okay. I do want to, but I don't know where my tabs are. I just have a pen. So I'll probably use that, and that's it.
I just got to remember all those good pages and add like those nice sticky notes in later.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm really committed, I will like dog ear the page so I can come back and put a tab in.
Oh my gosh. That's how you know it's
I have to dog ear because no bookmarks. I'm truly living the minimalist life.
Got nothing but my pen and a dream. That's all I've got.
I have a million bookmarks, but I feel like I read the most at work, and I always forget to bring a bookmark with me because I'll just bring a new book and it won't have a bookmark in it. So I can't tell you the amount of like airplane napkins I've found in my books because it's the easiest bookmark for me.
That and like a Biscoff cookie in the middle.
We don't have those anymore.
What? I'm not gonna fly United again. What do you mean you don't have them anymore?
We actually broke them out the other night because we had a lengthy tarmac delay, and that's what's in the kit. But yeah, we have like Chex Mix, or like a little quinoa chocolate crisp, or fruit leather.
Why no Biscoff?
I don't know. Also, they freaking play on our boarding music 22 right now, and it's Scooter Braun's version. I'm like, I'm gonna quit.
I'm gonna make my stand right now.
I am out of here.
Oh my god. United got Michelle Obama. With the quinoa snacks and the fruit leather. Oh man.
No more cookies for us.
Oh my god. I use toilet paper.
Toilet paper. That's a new one. I haven't done that before, I don't think.
That's a move. That's a move. I want to annotate it, but I'm not sure what each of my tabs are going to be yet.
That's right.
That is always the question. Also, like when you haven't read it yet, you're like, do I put sad? Is sad going to be a theme here? Or like big sci-fi topic? Like, what am I going to do? I got 4 colors. I'm going to start fifth season next sprint. Just made, shrimp for dinner. Hello, Tammy. Oh my gosh. Okay. The crew's all here. Shall we start another sprint? Also, I need to plug in my laptop, so
I have to go because I can hear rumblings of people wanting to leave, so I need to get ready and also leave. So I gotta go.
Oh, okay. No worries. Well,
thank you for having me.
Of course.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys
have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later.
You. Bye.
Okay, Jess. It's you and me. That's the whole world. 35 minutes?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it.
Sounds good. Hello?
Hello. I didn't even realize that the timer was up because it made probably a sound, but I just didn't even hear it.
It's okay. I didn't know if you didn't hear it or if you were finishing your chapter, but I figured I would say something in case you didn't hear it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I made some more progress. I'm officially in chapter 1. I didn't realize that was all prologue. But dang. I hit some big shocker moments, so I'm in it now. I also followed suit with what you and Vish did, and I also got the audiobook so I could get through it. And I was also trying to listen to it on like 1.4 speed or something for some of these like longer passages that have just way more text of things. And I was like looking up, I was like, what's Chalcedony? Like, what is that? So we're back in it, but it's been a good read, a good little session.
I like the narrator.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I also enjoyed a little bowl of vanilla ice cream, so it's been a good little reading sprint for me. So, how far did you get with yours?
I'm almost done with chapter 4. So,
nice.
On page 76.
Oh, sweet.
15%.
You're blowing through this book so fast.
I'm listening to the audiobook on 2.5.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why.
Yeah. That is
Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah. It's okay.
Uh-oh.
There's nothing for me to like latch onto yet. It's definitely interesting, but I don't know. I don't feel like
There's
I have
no like are there any like green bone vibes for you in a bad way?
No, because I don't like hate any of the characters.
Okay. There's no
I
halo.
think the writing is interesting because as you get into it more, like chapter 1 is from second person, and then it'll do a chapter from like the narrator
Third
point of
person
view
POV?
again. Yeah. And then it'll go back to second person. It's just interesting reading in second person because that's such a rare thing.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times when I read in maybe it's not like even the second person of chapter 1, but like in the prologue section, a lot of it is kind of like I'm telling you, the reader stuff where it's like it's breaking the fourth wall. And then it's doing a lot of stuff where it's like, almost like wink wink nudge nudge. There's more to the story, but I haven't told you yet.
Yeah,
And
like
that
the
kind of thing.
ha-ha in particular.
Yeah, where I'm like, and sometimes that annoys me, but I feel like I'm like I'm fine with it in this book. Like certain books I think are a little bit too tongue in cheek with it, where they like really play up the whole like I refuse to tell you, the reader, anything, and you'll have to wait and see. And I'm like, well, now I just feel like you're purposely being a little bit of an asshole. But this feels good. Like this is like a good balance of it, where I also have like this mystery and intrigue for at least at this part of the story so far.
Yeah.
So I'm invested. I mean, I'm interested so far. But yeah, I'll be curious to see how it gets switched up between the different chapters and stuff. And hopefully this is a book that like we both finish before the live, like day before the live show or something.
I did a bit on the last book, but yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Usually, last minute. Oh, something this one. I don't know what that was. Oh well.
Sweet. Yeah. Also, I saw Christine had texted that she probably won't be able to make it to sprints after all.
I did see that.
But Nicole said that she could join in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
So that's good.
I can hang on until she comes.
Okay. Living on a prayer. Appreciate you. Katie's heading to bed. I saw this message during the sprint.
Yeah, she sent it like right when it started. So I'm sure she's
like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, oh, goodbye. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Are you taking off work at all on Friday?
So far, no. I wasn't planning on it yet because I'm not sure what's happening, but I am planning to be at the show at
Okay.
7. So
Slang. Yeah, I think that's really the only thing.
yeah, I was looking up like theater bag restrictions because I was like, if I'm
Amanda was texting me about that too. Or was that
yeah,
in the group? I don't remember, but I'm
I
like,
think she probably texted you about it because she was texting in the group where she was like, "Are there no bathrooms in New
yeah,
York?
I'm like, there's bathrooms, Amanda.
Who lied and
Yeah.
why?"
Oh my gosh, this isn't Europe. We have to pay to go to the bathroom.
Exactly. No, yeah, I wasn't sure like what we were doing with everything in the city yet, so
Yeah. Well, and Friday, I think I'll probably take them to do like the touristy things because I don't think Corinne has been to New York, so she wants
okay.
to do some stuff like that. So
Yeah, I'll have to see what my schedule looks like. I also wanted to hang out with Darian while she's here.
I know I really want to see Darian.
So I might just do that Sunday because I didn't review your PowerPoint recently because I
Yeah.
remember it initially didn't load for me,
Okay.
and everything, but I don't know what you had planned for like Sunday or like earlier Friday activities yet.
Yeah. We were just gonna do brunch, I think, on Sunday because Amanda has to be back to the airport like around noon or 1 or 2, something like that.
Okay.
So there's not really many plans on Sunday.
If you want to come down, hang out in Central Jersey, and maybe go to Princeton or something and hang out with Casey and Darian.
Okay.
I'll text them and be like, "Do you want to do this?" Because I'm just making this plan now in my head. But
Sounds good. Yeah, just let me know what happens.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm working Sunday night. I forgot. We already
Oh
had this
yeah.
conversation, didn't we?
Can you hang out Sunday day a little bit?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know, and if I can, I'll come.
Okay. Cool. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Oh man, I haven't done sprints in so long. I'm like, what do we do? Books are good, right, guys?
You know, and I'm like half delirious, so I'm not much help.
I'm trying to think of like what was the last book I even finished, and I'm not sure because I think I'm in the middle of like 4 books right now. At this point, there was the T.J. Klune Puppets one that you just read.
Yeah, that
You
was the
said.
last like real book that I finished.
Okay.
I've read some Kindle Unlimited shit since then, but I don't know if that counts.
Reading is reading.
Reading is reading, yes. But
Let me check Goodreads. What does my Goodreads have to say for me? Oh, I forgot I was reading that.
to knock down my goal for the year.
Oh, what's your goal for the year now?
I had it set at 200, and I knocked it down to 100.
Ooh.
Because I haven't achieved it for the last 2 years. So I was like, I need to achieve it this year, I think. So
Need a win.
I've set it at 100, and I know that I can accomplish that. So, yeah.
I think I've read maybe 20 books this year, and that's it so far.
That's pretty good.
It's like, it's a very like chill reading speed.
Yeah. It's like 4 or 5 a month, like 1 a week. That's great.
It's definitely not 1 a week. It's like every once in a while I just get in a kick where I'm like, I don't read everything right now, and then I read like 4 books in
That's
that
very
like
Rachel.
little span, and then I'll
Rachel
just
4.
stop. Exactly. Yeah, it's very much the like the something kicks in, and usually it's the live show is in like 3 days or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man. But I did get Libby access, which is really exciting. So
Ooh.
I have
You
access
didn't
to
have that
your
before?
I had Overdrive before that, and they were
Oh.
like, "We're discontinuing this," and I was on my, ex's account, and then I don't know what happened because 'cause I'm pretty sure he never used it, but and when eventually it was like, "Log in again," and I was like,
Mm.
"I don't think the password works anymore,
Okay.
and I don't know what to do with this," and I'm not gonna contact him and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, remember when we broke up, like, a while ago? Can I have the password for the New York Public Library?" So, it turns out that my mom actually has Libby access, so now we share an account, but now the whole thing is, like, I'll take out a lot of books, and she reads, like, 1 book at a time. So
Mhm.
she'll be like, "I wanna take out my 1 book, Rachel. You have, like, 8 that are out right now. You can only take out so many. You have to return something."
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Your poor mom. She's like, "I don't ask for much, Rachel."
she's like, "I really don't ask for much." I'm like, but it is a lot for me." Um, I have, like, a Sylvain Neuvel book that I have. I also like, after all the stuff that was happening on Twitter with "This Is How You Lose the Time War," I was like, "Man, I really wanna reread this again because it is really good." So I just got that today, and then some of
Mm.
these other, like, ebook ones that I figured I would also read.
I have
Plus
it on
one
my
for
shelf. I need to read it. Never read it.
which one?
This Is How You Lose the Time War.
Oh, you haven't read it yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's very good. It's very queer. I really like it. It's very, very good.
My friend Kelsey was talking about the Twitter stuff, so she downloaded it to read too.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know what
so
happened on Twitter, but
Oh, basically, there was, like, a person with, like, an anime fan account for, an anime called Trigun, and I guess they just, like, had happened to read This Is How You Lose the Time War, and then they made a tweet about it that was just like, "Don't read anything about this book, download it right now on, like, Audible, it's only, like, 4 hours, just do this for me, like, it's amazing, you won't regret it." And then all the people who were, like, fans of Trigun were all
mhm.
like, "Okay." So then everybody, like, downloaded the book and read it or, like, bought it or something like that. And, like, the way that, like, we'll talk about books is, like, like, I took this book and I shoved it up my ass and I love it, it's my whole personality, and, like, stuff like that where, like, you can't
Yeah.
market that on the back of a book, but
Yeah.
you can do that in social media. So, like, everybody was talking like that in that way, and it just, like, resonated so much, I guess, with people that everybody
Interesting.
bought it.
I
And so then,
see.
like, um, uh, oh my god, Amal El-Mohtar is her name,
Mhm.
one of the authors, was just, like, watching this unfold and was like, "What's happening?" Like, all of a sudden, this book that, like, was written, like, a while ago is suddenly, like, number 7 on the top bestsellers on Amazon, and, like, for what reason? And then, like, over the course of, like, a few hours or something, she was like, "I don't know what's happening, but I'm incredibly thankful to Biggless Dickolas," which was the name of the guy, the, like, initial tweet.
That's so
Uh,
funny.
and it just kept climbing up the ranks until eventually it was, like, I don't know if it was, like, number 1 on Amazon, but it definitely climbed to, like, number 1, 2, and 4 on, like, the sci-fi time travel
Mhm.
section of Amazon, and then it, like, sat at number 5, maybe higher for a while. So then it's just funny because now all of these book outlets are looking at, like, their marketing schemes, and they're like, "How was this so successful overnight? Like, how can we replicate this?" And it's like, "I don't know what you can."
You
Like,
can't replicate grassroots
power
marketing. That's not how that works.
like, the power of, like, an anime stan's Twitter
Yeah.
account versus every, like, best-selling New York, like, front of the lines marketing team. It's incomparable.
Yeah.
So, it was very funny, but, yeah, it was just making me nostalgic for back then when I first read it. So it was a very good time, and I do recommend it. So, yeah. Um, what's another book thing to talk about? Hmm. What else is on your TBR for the rest of the month, I guess? That's a book question.
Well, I am doing like a queer SFF vlog, so I have a couple books for that I have lined up. Now that we're talking about this, like, the time where I'm like feeling I should add that.
You definitely should.
And maybe
did you
just
have a third book in that series that you really loved the first book for? That was like the second one's called Ocean's Echo, and the first one is something else.
Yeah, that's all that's out. There's those two.
Oh, I thought the third one came out.
Mm-mm.
Is there a third one?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, wow. Okay. I could have swore there was a third book, but maybe I'm just making stuff up.
I would love there to be a third book. If I'm out of the loop and you find out that I am out of the loop, let me know.
I don't know the last time I was in the loop. I've been so detached from like new book releases that I just have no idea anymore.
Oh. So reading stuff for that. I have like the Jasmine Throne and The Space Between Worlds and I have like 6 books. I can't remember what the rest of them are.
Those are both ones that are on my TBR. I have Jasmine Throne that I've been meaning to read for like almost a year or something at this point. And then Space Between Worlds I got as like a secret TBR book that I'm supposed to read for something that I'm still like holding on to it, where I'm like, I'm gonna do that video eventually. But I'm working on like its predecessor right now. So I'm like reading a different secret TBR book for that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun to like have a little secret TBR where I'm like, my little secret, nobody knows, except then I'm like, I want to talk about this. And I'm like, better read 5 more books then so you can release the video. Like,
I know. I'm not very good at secret TBRs for that reason. Also, it just like takes me forever, and I'm like, is this even a good idea anymore? By the time I finish the video.
By the time I'm done, I'm like, why didn't I just tell my friends what I was reading?
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah.
All right, Nicole, where are you? I'm trying to go to bed.
Jess is just like putting herself under the covers fully at this point. Like,
no, I need to get up and wash my face. That's what I need to do.
Let me see. This doesn't tell me when these messages were sent.
15 minutes ago, she said she'd be joining in 15 minutes.
Should be joining in like 15 minutes. Could be now, could be not right now. Hopefully soon.
Well, if you want to start another sprint, I'll go wash my face.
I might just do like a very long sprint or something. And then if Nicole can join, then I'll just add her quietly and I'll let you do a little Irish goodbye or something if you need to. Or a regular goodbye if you want to say bye now.
Okay. Goodbye.
Yeah, I can't think of any more book questions, so I'll let you leave. It's fine.
I'll like leave my screen up, and I'll do an Irish goodbye too when I come back.
Okay.
What is an Irish goodbye?
An Irish goodbye. This is just like Pomodoro. An Irish goodbye is like, especially in like a party setting, like you're at a party with people or whatever, and then you just don't say goodbye to anybody. You just leave. So I mean, I guess a real Irish goodbye would be if I was like, Jess, like, what are you reading for the rest of the month? And you were like, I'm reading this and this and this, and I was like, cool. And then you just exited the chat. Like,
okay. Okay.
I guess more traditionally, it's like other people are all hanging out, and then eventually you'd be like, "Oh my god, where's Jess? She would love this. Where's Jess?" And then everybody'd be like, "I think she left." Like, oh my god, she didn't even say bye. But she said an Irish.
I wish I could feel like that. I'm like too much of a people pleaser to not wait for a good moment to leave and say goodbye. Even if I've wanted to leave for the last 2 hours.
That's a nice way to be. Eventually, you gotta just go like, I gotta wash my face. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about this sprint specifically. I was talking more about a party setting, but yeah.
It's all good. Well, I will let you do what you gotta do, and I will get back into the thick of reading. I know there's a couple of people who are still stragglers who are watching, so thanks for sticking with us. And we'll, I guess I'll just extend it to like this 40-minute sprint at this point. And if Jess disappears, we all say goodbye to Jess.
We all know where I went to
We
bed.
all know she went to Ireland. So
Which I just came back from Ireland today.
did you actually?
Yeah.
What? Wait, I thought you were in Barcelona recently.
I was in Barcelona from Friday to Sunday, and then Monday to Wednesday I was in Ireland.
Oh my god. Well, it's the little chin.
It's an Irish hello.
It's when you up here, and you're like, I was in Ireland this whole time. Incredible. Well, we have a heart from Jill, so that's a good.
Thanks, Jill.
Good little sentiment. I'll do my best here, Jess. I'm very out of practice.
All right. Have fun reading.
All right. Thanks for joining. Thanks for reading. Let you drop when you choose. But
it was good for me to start the book tonight.
Yeah. So. It was a good intro into it. Now we're both we're both in it. So
all right. Okay. I will see you Friday.
I will see you Friday.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
It's an American goodbye. It's not even Irish.
Yeah.
She's
no.
here.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, I'm breaking the sprint to say hi because it just started.
Hello.
Oh my god, hi. How are you? I'm gonna pause the sprint for a second and just chat for a minute.
I'm good. I'm good. I actually just came back from engagement ring shopping.
Oh my god, how exciting.
Yeah. I'll tell you about it more over text.
Okay.
But I just got a Kindle, and so I just got this cover for it.
That's so pretty. Where'd you get that from?
Amazon.
It's okay, you're allowed.
But I am planning to download the 5th season before we head to Asia next week.
Oh yeah, your trip's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh, exciting. Oh my god, a million things. Also, you had just perfect timing because Jess just was fading near the end of the night, and we were both like, Nicole will be here soon. And we were like, let's just start a sprint. It's okay. And then she'd like just left 1 minute past, and then you
Oh
joined.
wow.
It was perfect.
I missed her. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. I think everybody so far on the sprint has made a little bit of progress with the book. It's pretty intriguing so far. It's I think like very flowery in a way that a lot of the people on this sprint, or sorry, on these sprints on everything, we all were like, maybe we should download the audiobook to like help us get through part of it,
Oh
because
wow.
certain parts of it are just like a little bit difficult because I keep getting like caught on what they say, and then I'm going like, oh, I missed like the actual meaning behind this, because like I feel like usually if I listen to an audiobook, you would expect that maybe you don't get the full picture because it's going like at a conversation's pace, so you can't really slow down. But I feel like for some of these, I'm just reading it in a way where I'm like, what does that mean? And then when I hear a person say it, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I don't know why, but just like certain things, I'm like, what is that? And then when they say it like in an audible sense, then I'm like, okay, everything is fine. But also I've been listening to it like at a slower speed than usual, so like a 1.4-ish speed for some of these like larger uh sections of more like purpley prose, and then a little bit faster like 1.8 for regular-ish stuff. So I don't know if you'll like prefer also trying audio as well, but we were doing like kind of a hybrid thing earlier.
Ooh, okay. I'll probably like read the first couple chapters. I haven't started yet, and then I'll see what I'm feeling.
I mean, like I'm on like page 16, so I'm like
Oh,
very very
that makes
early
me feel
on.
better.
Or like, oh, I'm on page 17. Sorry. Like we did
Watch
the
out,
first sprint.
everyone.
We did the first sprint. I was eating dinner and trying to like start the book and answer like a text or two. And then by the time the sprint ended, I was like, I'm on page 5. Like I've gotten very little done. So 2 sprints later, but like I feel like now I'm at a part in chapter 1 only, but at a part in there where I'm like, ooh, I'm like kind of invested in what's going to happen. So already like a couple unexpected things happen. So I'm intrigued.
That's exciting. Sometimes it takes a while for a book to heat up.
Yeah. I feel like there are some like also like sad things though pretty early. So maybe a warning for that for you, that like I read and I was like, oh, it's really sad.
Okay, thanks for that warning.
So yeah, I feel like some authors like, well, I don't know, maybe it's like the way authors write, or it's just like the way that people read physical books, and I don't do that very often. But just like when you read something, you're like, everything's fine, and then you get to like a certain line, you're like, like no. So I'm like, I'm sure there's still like an element of how it's written in that sense, or like how the narrator also will like say those words. But I feel like it just hits different, you know, sometimes. So I'm getting that from this. And it is like a very interesting way that it gets written, because a lot of it is like breaking the fourth wall. Because it's kind of saying, like, I will tell you the story of what happened or something. And then it's also doing like a little bit of this like second person thing where it's like, you do this.
Interesting.
So it's very unique in that way. But I'm excited to keep moving on with it. So yeah,
I'm excited.
I think Jess sped through like she's in like somewhere in chapter 4. She's like 15% of the way done with the book already.
Oh
And
wow.
I read it today, but she's been like listening to it at a higher speed. And I think Vish is somewhere around like chapter 2-ish or so on. So we'll catch up soon. Hopefully, we can also, I was saying this to Jess, hopefully we can read it before it's like a couple days before the live show and we're all like,
Oh yeah.
supposed to have read this. My bad.
Every time. We're so predictable.
Every single time. Every single time. I don't know what happens, but yeah. Were you able to find the 5th season on Kindle?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
on page 9 now.
Okay, perfect. Yes, the map. Yeah, I kept like flipping back to the map a little bit. Mine is like in a sideways format because it was explaining some of the different well, it mostly just like it pointed out a certain place. So, it's so nice to just like read a book and be like, I could just check it out at any time. I'm just marveling about like reading a book because I just don't do it anymore.
I totally get that. I mean, like, you're very busy, so it makes sense.
It's been a busy time. It's nice to just like be able to read something like this without like as much of a time crunch as usual, I guess. So
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like it was such a good thing that we changed our reading to one book every 2 months. I think we all needed that.
yeah, it's like every time I kind of think about like let me plan stuff out, I always feel like my eyes are too big for my stomach in the sense of like reading because I'm always
Yeah.
just like we should do it like once a month and that'll be fine. Like if we read this series, as long as it's not like too intense, that'd be fine, like once a month. But every single time I have to pick up a book and I have a deadline, it always takes me way longer than I actually think it will. So, I mean, it's just the way it is. I get it. Yeah. I was trying to talk with Jess and like think back on when was the last time I like actually finished a book. And I do think it's been like maybe it's been like 2 or 3 weeks for me since I finished one book because I could just keep starting new books and I'm like partway through each of them and I haven't finished anything.
Has nothing really been like sticking, like interesting enough?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like nothing sticking or if it's just like I've been busy with other stuff that's pulling my focus more. Let me see. So according to Goodreads, I am currently reading 16 books. That's not true. I'm reading something I got from Libro FM, which was Writing for Impact: 8 Secrets from Science That Will Fire Up Your Readers' Brains. I got that because I figured it would help me while I'm trying to write my campaign for D&D. Everything goes back to D&D. So I was like, that's important.
I love that.
I was reading a book for like a secret TBR thing, and then I have another D&D book. Oh no, these are all D&D books. I have a graphic novel I haven't touched since November. I have Nettle and Bone, which I had picked for my book club, like the Winers Book Club that I do with a bunch of other folks, and I didn't touch that since October, and that was like my book club pick for like September, and we just like never really did a live show for it or anything. Black Cake, which I haven't touched since October. Persepolis 2, which I'm like really want to read and I have out from the library. Haven't touched it since October. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which I was like really, really into when I had first started it in October. Uh and it's just like it's the same story for everything. It's just like a different month and same idea where it's like something I've been reading sort of on and off and they just haven't touched in a long time. So I feel like the only thing I've been like now really in the middle of is like my D&D books and now the 5th season. Cause like now that I've actually like started it a little bit, it feels less I don't know if it's even really intimidating, but like it's just easier to flow into it and like
I totally get that.
So yeah. I've been just doing like a lot of other stuff and like seeing people and like hanging out with friends and stuff like that. I also have been like no book thing here, like just books aside. I've been like really into the whole meal kit thing where I keep like ordering meal kits where they're like, we'll send you like, you know, a free box. So I was like, all right. So I'll get like the full plan and I'll get like as much stuff as possible. And then I'll like wait and I'm like, okay, send myself another free box. And then I'll like log into a different account and then I'll like log in and then I'll just send it to like my boyfriend's house. And then I'll go in and I'll like cancel the account. But now I'm just like in a point where I'm like, I have 18 meal kits that are all coming like within the same like 3-week span.
Oh my gosh.
I can't make this much food. Like this is so much.
Which one is your favorite so far? Because I think it's really funny. I had the exact same. Like I like literally during the pandemic, I ordered from Martha and Spoon, I think, and then I
Marley
also
Spoon,
ordered and then I also ordered from Freshly and I think Blue Apron.
I did Marley Spoon, HelloFresh, and Every Plate so far. And then I keep like every time I'm like, maybe I'm interested in this. I get ads constantly on Instagram that are like, what about us? What about our program? Why don't you sign up for Every Plate again? And I'm like, maybe I will. So it's like I've been doing mostly like the big bargain deals from HelloFresh because that's the one where they're like, we'll basically send you a big free box of whatever you want. And so at the end of it, like I'll pick the one that's like 2 people get 6 different recipes or something. And then I end up with like, those 12 recipes of whatever it is. And because of like HelloFresh, the way they like package stuff, it's just really easy because it comes in a brown paper bag. So you can just like pick it up and go like, this is what I'm making. Versus the other ones I've done so far come in a large like cardboard like case or something that you can carry around, and it just has all the ingredients, so you kind of have to like take the whole thing out and figure out what you're going to do. And I feel like that's just like something of a small thing, but as far as the recipes go, Marley Spoon has been like at the top, I think. Like they're all really good, but Marley Spoon is like so good.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
God.
That's so exciting. I'm excited for you. You should send me photos of your creations.
Oh my God. I have a lot to show. I have also like this one from, this is like when we made like some of the food, and this was like the ginger pork and like, what was this? It was ginger pork, scallion, sesame stuff with like scallion rice, and I think this was like ginger soy broccoli or something.
Oh, looks so good.
Like, me and my boyfriend made, so it was a cute
Aww.
thing that we did. That was like the first one that I was like, I'm gonna make this and we're both gonna eat it, and it was very good. And then he made one for both of us last night, so we both took it for today. But then now we were at the point where like I sent all of them to his house, and he just got this like one enormous like cardboard box that with like the insulation and all the ice and everything. And I think either like the package got lost or delayed or something for a while, because they were like, it's coming on like Tuesday or whatever, and like it just never arrived. And I was like, am I screwed? Like, did nothing happen? Did someone steal it off the porch? I don't know.
Yeah.
But eventually it just came like a while later, and I was like, okay, this is not the worst timing. Like we thought it was going to be, actually I think it was supposed to be like on like a Sunday or a Saturday, and we were concerned because we had like other plans, and obviously it's like fresh food that's just sitting out on the porch. So a little bit worried about it, but it ended up coming at like just the right time. So now his fridge is like completely full because we also went to ShopRite and bought like all the juices that we wanted and all like the snacks, like the cosmic brownies, all like the fun little like nostalgic things. Like he bought strawberries and stuff for me to snack on, and then I was like, well, what did you do if I told you 14 meals are coming to your door? Like then what? So it's like just completely full, and now my fridge also is like very, very full. So
I'm excited for you. You're about to have some great meals, and I'm excited to hear all about them.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. I also was like, immediately freeze all the meat, because that was the mistake that I made. Like I had to go to Boston a couple weeks ago for work, and then I was also sick during that time, so I was kind of like running around the day before and didn't really think about like the meal kit that had just arrived, or that I would be gone for a couple days. So like by the time I came back and I was still like feeling sick, it wasn't even close to like the first thing on my mind. So all the meat ended up like being in the fridge. It just sort of like went bad. I had to throw it out, and I'm like, I gotta just like find something else. But
you That's live the worst. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it kind of stinks, but it's okay. You live and you learn. It's okay. Not a big deal. But yeah, so that's the reason I'm not reading everybody. It's because I'm too busy reading these recipes. And
that is music to my ears. Like I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, it's been super fun. So I'm very excited about your Asia trip that's coming up. What are all the countries that you're visiting again?
So we're starting in Singapore, and then we're gonna go to Malaysia and stay with my uncle and my cousin. And then my cousin and her friend and my boyfriend and I are going to Korea for I think 4 days. And then we're going to Japan with my friends from high school. And so we're going to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto for a week before we head home.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be so busy, but I'm so excited. I'm getting really into like atmospheric reading. And so I saw this TikTok a while back about how this woman reads like books that are set in the country that she's going to. And so I made a whole like little TBR of books that were written by authors from that live in that country. And so I'm really excited.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. Do you have any that are at like the top, or like any of those that are on your list that are, I guess, at the top of your TBR that are like the most interesting to you?
Well, I just read a book. I finished it yesterday. It's called The Night Tiger, and it's written by a Malaysian author. And I really enjoyed it. Like it was nice. Yeah.
I feel like that's really cool because especially if like, the author knows that region very well, when they write about it and like they set their story in that setting, then you can actually really like, go there and experience it and be like, this is exactly like that. Like it's so enjoyable to be able to do that. So
yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'll keep you posted on any recommendations.
Yes, please. Both like IRL and also the books.
Yeah.
Noted. Actually, yeah, you'll be gone in like Asia for like Asian Heritage Month too. Like May is like they always do like the Asian readathon and stuff, but also it's like Asian Heritage Month. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
You're gonna be gone for like the whole month, right? Because it's not.
I'll be gone until the 24th. So I mean, like basically the whole month. Yeah.
That's good, because I was gonna say like when you were first doing like the itinerary, I was like, that's a lot to do, but then I kind of remembered like, okay, it's a longer trip. That's okay. Oh man. Well, crossing my fingers that the jet lag on the way back isn't too bad and you'll enjoy yourself.
Me too, because we don't have like we were like, do we want an extra day to rest before we go back to work, or do we want an extra day in Japan? And we were like, okay, extra day in Japan. So we're arriving back at home at like 2:30 p.m. Then it's like a 2-hour drive back to where we're living right now. And then we literally have work at 6:30 a.m. the next morning. So
no. It's going to be a like 5 p.m. till 5:55 a.m. like nap for you guys.
Yep. Sounds about right.
And then every lunch break for the next couple days is going to be like a jet lag nap.
100%, yeah.
Oh man. I mean, it's what you got to do to travel around and live that life, so I guess so. But I'm sure it'll be a wonderful trip. So
thank you. Do you and your boyfriend have any plans like for the next month or so?
Nothing that's like outside of the country, but we are he's going on like a beach trip in a couple weeks, and then after that we together are going on a beach trip with his family around like North Carolina, I think it is. So we'll be down like by Hilton Head, which will be very fun.
Wow.
And I've never been there before, but I guess his family used to like do that prior to the pandemic, and like annually they would all get together and like pitch in to have like a beach house for a week or something, and they would all hang out and mostly just like hang out on the beach and like enjoy each other's company and play board games and stuff like that. It's been like so nice to also like just do lots of board games and stuff, because ever since I stayed with you and I was just like, board games are so great. Like I've always wanted to like play more of them and have more friends that want to play board games and stuff. I got to like be exposed to all kinds of different games. So now whenever we do like a board game now, I'm like, you guys ever heard of Everdell? Let me tell you, it's a pretty good game. Oh my god. So it's very fun.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. It sounds like it's going to be so much fun when you go to North Carolina.
Yeah, and then we have, like, a sort of, like, mini trip also to, Wilmington, West Virginia? Wherever Wilmington is, I'm not sure. He has I think, like, they have either a family friend or a relative that's getting married down there somewhere in August. So, they were just, like, RSVPing to it, and they were like, "Oh,
Mm.
like, are you going? Is Rachel going?" So then we started to, like, make those plans, over the weekend and then today. So I had to figure things out because I have, like, other travel plans outside of that for, like, a family vacation and also for work stuff where, like, I have a conference that leaves right after that Wilmington, trip is over, and that's gonna be in Colorado, and then I'm flying out to Michigan right after that, and then I'll be home. And
Oh
then
my gosh, busy bee over here.
and then a few weeks later, then the family's going to, Maryland because we like to hang out around on the beach for, like, a week or something like that, annually. So that's,
Mhm.
like, our little annual beach trip that we do. So, trying to, make sure it's all mapped out and do everything in advance. Uh, so, yeah, that's the real, like, travel update so far, but, um, I
That's
really
exciting. That's a lot of things. Like I definitely feel like we both have the same love for travel, so it's really exciting hearing about all your adventures.
Yeah, I feel like for a while, like, I was like, "Oh, maybe I don't wanna travel as much because, like, you're away from everything," and, like, when my boyfriend and I first started dating, I was like, "I don't know if I wanna be away or anything like that," but also when I most recently went to Boston, I was like, "This was so nice, I really like this." So, I was kinda, like, nudging him where I was like, we should really go back to Boston. This was really fun. And so we started looking at like some of the different places. Not like too much research yet, but just like looking at some of the spots to go to. I
Mm.
didn't want to look at it too much while I was in Boston because I was just sick and I was like, I literally can't like do anything because I'm just like sneezing and like laid up in bed and stuff. So I just figured like it'll be for next time, but there's a lot of cool places to go. And it was just, like, very unexpected, t that I enjoyed it so much, like, I guess I just didn't really know what Boston was, and then when I visited, I was like, "This place is great. Oh my god. This is
I
awesome."
feel like I would have thought that you would like it a lot because there's a lot of history, kind of like the academia vibe, and just like a lot of kind of down to earth people from what I've
Hmm.
experienced. So
Yeah, and
I'm happy you liked it.
it was like a little city, I mean, it was a city in the same way that, like, New York is kind of a city, but also less intense as far as, like,
Mhm.
traffic or, like, getting around. I really liked, like, the railway system and everything, and I didn't really get to do too much with the food, but there are just so many different food options there, and it also was really easy to just drive everywhere because I was there for work, so, like, I was moving around, like, with my rental car, and I was still able to, like, just drive everywhere, and I was like, "I feel like I'm still in New Jersey, like, these are suburbs, it's really sunny and nice." Everyone told me Boston was, like, bitter and cold and freezing, so I brought, like, a really heavy jacket, and I didn't need to, like, worry about any of that stuff, so it was just, like, a very pleasant surprise that it was so nice, and then I also, like, traveled there by train, which I'd never really done before, long distance,
Mm.
so I took, like, the Amtrak trains, it was, like, a 5.5, 6-hour journey up and down, and it was just very relaxing and easy. It was very nice. So,
That sounds like a vibe.
highly recommend travel by train. It's very fun.
Noted.
Yeah. I mean, it's great because it's like you have leg room. You can literally move to like any seat you want as long as it's open. And also there's free Wi-Fi and free like plugs at every single seat.
We love
And
that.
like I sat in like the dining car or whatever on the way back. So I just had like this one huge table here. And then I just had like my I guess like my bench or something that I was sitting on with like the ability to like plug in and do whatever I want to do and like eat a whole meal. And like I just
Mhm.
had all of this space to myself. Plus I could put my suitcase right above me. Everything was just like super easy. It's unbelievable. So it was great. I
That's
highly recommend.
awesome. Yeah, I haven't taken an Amtrak in a while, so I'll have to look into that because
Yeah,
sometimes like driving can be a lot. Like,
it is a lot. Yeah.
yeah.
If I was driving, it would have been at least like 5.5 hours, if not more. And also, like, considering that I was sick, I was also like, there's no way I would have been able to drive
Yeah.
that
And
much.
but 5.5 hours is a lot.
That's a lot. I don't think I've driven more than, like, maybe 2.5 hours in any direction without stopping. So, not really my speed quite yet, but, you know, that's what they have those things for, you know?
Yeah.
They build those railways for that. Should we do a sprint? It's been
Yeah,
so
let's
fun
do a
catching
sprint.
up and everything, but I guess we should do a sprint.
I'm down. I'm down to start the book finally.
Okay. How long of a sprint do you wanna do?
How long were you planning to do sprints today? I think you were saying until.
We were planning until 11, and it's about 10:36 or more right now.
Okay, I'm open to anything.
Okay.
I can read as long as you want to. Yeah.
Okay, let's do, I guess let's do, like, a 20-ish minute so we can hit the end of the sprint
That sounds great.
originally planned, and then we'll see how we feel if we wanna, like, keep going or anything.
Okay.
Okay. So I have the little tomato guy. Here we
I
go.
love it.
He's such a cutie. Okay. We'll read for 20 minutes and talk afterwards.
Sounds good. Why does that alarm sound like when an airplane is like announcing that you can like fasten your seatbelt?
I can't even hear it when it goes off. I just looked up and saw it was at like 1 second. But that happened earlier. Jess was like, the sprint's over. And I was like, what? Had no idea.
Maybe it's just because it's like loud in my headset.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why. It's so quiet for me, which for some reason. How was your sprint?
It was good. I read a few pages.
Okay. Let me put my actual bookmark in and not my phone.
I understand what people are saying about the very flowery writing.
Yeah.
I think it might take me a little bit to get into it.
Yeah. I felt similarly, and then it changed a lot in chapter 1. So it became a lot more digestible at that point.
Okay.
So that's a good sign. But it does also get like, it's like a darker thing that happens. So at that point, you're kind of like reading and not happy about it, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, let me see. Where am I? I'm on page 23, so I'm still very early in the book. Somewhere in chapter 1 still. But I'm like a page away from the end of the chapter, so.
Oh, nice.
Super close. Yeah.
How are you liking it?
I'm liking it a lot so far. I feel like it's a very cool setting that has been established at this point. It's very magical. I don't know like what you had read so far, but some of the descriptions of like just the way that the different cities are, or where the first chapter ends up being set, and also the other like factors at play. Even just like the map itself, it just has very good, a very good sense of what that world is, and I like. I don't know. I guess like it's very interesting how this is supposed to be almost like a Pangea of like all these different land masses that were all put together, and then somewhere early in the prologue they say like it was all put together but it didn't used to be that way and it won't be for long, and they say like there's like all the kind of like tectonic plates or something that would be shifting underneath. So it's very funny to just be like, is this Pangea? But like in the future or what? So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that idea.
Yeah. It's very interesting. We have some questions or comments. We have an I loved black cake. I know a lot of people loved this too, and like I really liked what I had read of it so far, but now I feel like I'm so behind in it I need to start it over. So maybe I will be currently reading it for a little longer. ShopRite gang, exactly. ShopRite is the way. Ooh, did you guys just start the series this month? Yes, we did. We both just started the series today. So yes. I think everybody on the sprints basically like started it today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. So it's been a cool way to intro it. I feel like it's good we're also doing the sprints just because it can also be hard to like just get started with like a thickie or like a heavy sci-fi fantasy kind of a book.
Definitely.
Sort of forcing ourselves to like get into it now. So yeah. Is it also your first time reading it, Eliza? I assume you're also maybe reading it with us, but I'm not sure. Yes, it is our first time reading the 5th season. I don't think anybody on Sprints today has ever read it before, but I know Christine has. So she basically said like she wasn't really planning to reread it while we were rereading it while we are reading it because she read it relatively recently and she still has all of her annotations for it. but
nice.
it is our first time. Yeah, I think I remember that Tammy read the Dreamblood duology a long time ago and enjoyed it. And Vish was saying earlier in the stream that she didn't really like the Dreamblood duology, and she also DNF'd The City We Became. I really didn't like The City We Became, so I'm really hoping that I love the 5th season because I just want, like, I want that, you know, classification of the 5th season in the Broken Earth trilogy that's like this amazing, wonderful, fantastic series to like live up to all the hype that it's been for so long. So
yeah, you're really excited for this one.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, it's one that everybody has at home on their bookshelf or like, that at least people have heard of and it's like in every bookstore. But it's also one that I think a lot of people on BookTube don't always pick up as readily because it is just like a very unusual writing style and like an intimidating read. So I figured if I'm intimidated, I'll let everybody else who's also intimidated, have the excuse to also read it alongside us. And that was my excuse as well. So I also hope we all like it as well. Oh, it's also one of Tammy's all-time faves. Okay, well, the pressure's on. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I hope you love it though.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, Tammy and I always like classically disagree on so many books. It's so like not every single one, but there are like a few handfuls where we both like vehemently dislike something, but there are also a lot where I'm like, I love this, and Tammy's like, it was okay, and other ones where Tammy's like, this is so good, and I'm like, it wasn't for me. Like, so I'm hoping this is one that we vehemently agree on. We'll see if that's possible. I'm 10 pages into Queen of the Conquered. My chronic case of the sleep tired has come back, so I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh, well, thank you for joining us. The audiobook for See We Became was top tier, made the book for me. I also listened to the audiobook, but I did feel like a certain part of the audiobook purposefully was like garbled because of like you finally were like hearing the bad guy's voice, like their like true voice or something. But then they like did something with the audio where it really got like mangled and I couldn't understand anything that was happening. So one of the rare instances where I was like, this is a good audiobook in terms of like the narration and their performance, except whoever mixed this one certain part, I think like you had like a setting like way up or something. Like I couldn't understand anything. So I don't know. But yeah. How are you feeling in terms of like reading more? Do you want to do more?
I'm honestly kind of tired.
Okay. We can finish off for the night. It's fine.
Okay.
We got started and that's what matters. So
honestly, yeah.
Apparently this is a hot take, but I actually am not a fan of Robin Miles as a narrator. Oh, who does The City We Became and The Broken Earth? Really? I actually thought, well, also Tammy hates that other audiobook narrator that I think is fine. Emily Wu Zeller, I think it is. But I like actually like look up Emily Wu Zeller and be like, what books has she narrated? And I'll just listen to this. Yeah, I thought that so far the audiobook is good for Broken Earth. Emily Wu Zeller is still the worst. I don't know why you think that, Tammy. I feel like Tammy said like her voice was very grating for her, but for me, I'm like, this is like perfect. Like, I don't know. Or maybe she like maybe she like mispronounced some things in like the Poppy War or something. Because I think that was one of the early ones. All the booktube memories are coming back to me now where I'm like, I remember this happened. These are all my friends' opinions of the books. This is all I needed. I just needed like one full thing of like reading sprints. And now it's back. Yeah. I mean, I will agree. This is a hot take. Oh, I guess I'll listen to First Sister. Oh my gosh. I mean, it is one of those that I'm like, I've been dying to read The First Sister for over like a year and a half at this point. So might be time to do it. Actually, I think I first talked about The First Sister on my channel like the year I made my channel. So like about 2 years ago.
Wow.
Or so, like 2.5. Man, I'm really slacking. I mean,
no, you're not. You're not slacking.
It's okay. I do have The First Sister, so maybe I will also hybrid read that one. We'll see.
Do it. What's another book?
What's another book? Oh, you and I also have to pick what we want to read this summer as like a buddy read too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we'll have to figure something out. It might be, if you want, we can also read one of the books that you sent me, because I know you sent me like 3 of your favorites.
I don't have them right now. They're like in storage.
Okay. Well,
So-
whatever you have, I'm sure I can like find it at the library or somewhere else or something. So if you want to pick a book, then I'm happy.
We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and buy maybe a couple books when I'm in Asia that are like translated. Hopefully I can find some like translated books. But I'd love to do a buddy read for that.
Okay. Well, just let me know. I will bring whatever the book is on my trips and stuff with me.
Yeah, you're gonna have a packed, fun trip upcoming summer as well.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of like moving from trip to trip to trip too. So hopefully I'll have some time during the commute to get a little bit of reading done. We'll see. But yeah. Maybe a cat said I've had the second book, which was the second Rebel, for a whole year before reading it, so don't feel too bad. Thank you for letting me off the hook, maybe a cat. I appreciate it. I guess we can end sprints here, basically. We're like a little bit over when we thought we were gonna end, but that's fine. So yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for sticking with us as I was like muscling through and trying to remember how to do reading sprints again. I do appreciate that. We'll do more reading sprints soon, but in the meantime, have a good night. Don't forget to check out everybody in the description. I left all of our Fantaseries hosts down there. I think I have to go back and add in Vish from earlier, but you'll be able to see that if you're watching this back after the live. And you can join our Discord where we talk about the books too. We kind of changed the way the channels are all set up, so they're kind of just like a full spoilery kind of channel, but you can just block out with the like long bars for spoiler text. So you can actually still like interact in it with everybody as you're reading the series without fear that someone's going to spoil it for you. So yeah, check out the Discord. And other than that, I guess we'll see you at either the next sprints or at the live show, depending on like timing and what works out and everything. But we'll see you again soon. So thanks everybody, and good night. Oh, I forgot to hit end.